people not only in Niger State but also.
Still a chance for Ryan Robin. It's
let him shoot. No problem.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. This morning, as always, we'll be going through the major headlines on the Nigerian newspaper. I'm Eleje Chidima, and this is the Gallery TV newspaper headline review. This morning, we'll start with the Nation newspaper with a major headline that says presidential governorship primaries, APC begins process. Presidential governorship primaries, APC begins process. Delegate election tomorrow, governorship candidates shadow poll on Friday. That's the major headline on the Nation newspaper. Above the major headline, there's a story on page 25 that says, our soldiers chased away protesting students in Akure. That's on page 25. On page 5, AFCC relocates arrested Accountant General, ex-Speaker Ete held. 9 dead, many injured in Kano gas explosion. Deborah NBA shifts Sokoto conference. That's on page 2 and 25. That's all we can take above the major headline on the Nation newspaper. And that will take us to the next paper with us this morning, the Daily Sun newspaper. The Daily Sun newspaper has a major headline that says, I won 2019 election but robbed, says Atiku. I won 2019 election but robbed, said Atiku. Says a repeat of that will not be tolerated in 2023. Above, IBOP, federal government to monitor Facebook, other social media platform, asks Facebook, others to stop group from using platforms. That's below we have another major headline that says presidency, Osibanjo, Saraki, Amechi, Bello, Tinubu, Ayim, intensified consultations, additional quits. That's on page 26 and 27. Don't give your tickets to aspirants who oppose local government autonomy. Nuga wants APC, PDP. That's on page 26 and 27. Another still on 26 and 27, we have another story. We need president who believes in unity of Nigeria, says Wike, says those accusing judiciary of corruption not clean. On page 6, 2023 primaries, INEC wants APC, PDP, others. Conscience parties engaged conducting shady exercise. Commission says fresh registration hits 9,938,991. PDP reschedules Gaba primary, others. On ASU strike, no resumption of classes, no election in 2023. Students vows. That's on page 28. And that's all we can take from the Daily Sun. The next here this morning is the Daily Trust newspaper with a major headline, 29 die in Kaduna auto crash, Kano explosion. To escape from Kaduna tragedy as bus rams into truck. Kano resident government security agency disagrees on course. Or adult children injured. That's a major headline on Daily Trust as published by Nigerian dailies this morning. Above the major headline, bandits abduct skulls on Kaduna Abuja highway. 2023 presidency choice of candidates tears PDP leaders apart. That's all we can take above. Below we have a side story. Side story 20 INEC commissioners to go in June. That's still on Daily Trust newspaper. We never instigated any section to leave Nigeria. Not an others, replied presidency. EFCC arrests ex-rep Speaker Ete over contract for fraud. Still on the Daily Trust, we have another major headline on presidential tickets that says APC PDP delegates rake in millions as aspirants scout for votes. It's our season to make fortune. Wike gives car to party cheers. That's all we can take from the next with me is the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper has a major headline, 2,340 APC delegates to elect presidential candidates if 44,445 for governorship candidates, fate of super delegate hangs. New arrangement favor emergency of northern candidates. North, 1,225 delegates. South, 1,068 delegates over 3,000 state assembly aspirants. For screening, give me ticket, I'll beat any PDP candidate, Tinubu urges APC delegates. Tinubu may dump APC if schemed out, says associate. That's on page 5. Above the major headline, we have a story on page 7 that says Nigerian in dread need of fresh start, says Osibanjo Kuka, Fayemi, others. You are not doing enough to stop IBOB from inciting violence, like Mohammed tells Facebook. That's on page 8. Still on page 8, it's delusional, arrogant to give any group condition for existence, presidency tells NEF. On the side story, 9 killed, many school children injured in Kano gas explosion. That's on page 4. On page 8, we have a story on the Vanguard that says 2023 US vow to impose visa restriction on promoters of violence. On Deborah's death, please declare suspect in viral video wanted. That's on page 6 on the Vanguard newspaper. Below we have another major headline, how to make national development plan work. That's coming from Ekpo Etedo, Peterside, others at Vanguard Economic Discourse. That's on page 7. We have another story that says why I can't run for presidency now, says FDP Adeshina. That's all we can take from the Vanguard. You can get the paper and read them yourself, or join us at 12 for the updates. The Guardian newspaper with a major headline, presidential primaries, intrigues as PDP loses Ego Square to APC. Mark lead convention panel to inspect MKO Abiola Stadium. Autumn Jonathan meets was ex-president to attend PDP convention. PDP shift governorship National Assembly primaries to avert defection of aggrieved members. Akiwumi opts out from APC presidential race. Ruling party tax screening committee on justice to all aspirants. That's the major headline of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Below we have a side story, security operative shoots dispersed students protesting as to strike. That's on page 3. On page 2, EFCC arrests former speaker Ete over alleged contract fraud. On page 15, dollar breaks 600 naira per $1, selling ahead of party primaries. And the front page picture is the site of the bombed school in Kano State yesterday. Stock market sets new milestone as investments gain over 5 trillion naira in 4 months. That's all we can take from the Guardian newspaper. The next one is the New Telegraph newspaper with a major headline, presidency. You can't dictate to us, federal government tells NEF. Others says members not recognized as leaders. That's on page 7 on the New Telegraph this morning. Attention in Anambra's gunmen rights threaten to attack 10 local government areas. That's on page 2 and 10. On JAM, no error in our scoring system. That's coming from the JAM register. NCAA issues advisory, warns pilot crew of hazardous weather. On Deborah's death, NBA cancels planned conference in Sokoto. Please declare 4 wanted over killings. That's all you can take above the major headline on the New Telegraph. Presidential aspirant, I want to retire from politics until I became president. This coming from Tinubu. I will replace money sharing with productive formula, says Obi. I'm most qualified aspirant, says Saraki. Consensus on structure of Nigerian critical for development. That's coming from AIM. We have another major headline as PDP Malls consensus. That's on page 7, 27 and 28. APC primaries, 12 Benue Gamba aspirants registered for 1,517 delegates. as 84 vie for 26 assembly seats in Osun State. That's on page 27 and 31 on the New Telegraph this morning. The next is the Punch newspaper with a major headline. Deborah's mother can Plateau Benue churches adamant insist on Sunday protest. Can Plateau Benue churches adamant insist on Sunday protest. Ignore governor's warning against demonstration. Seeks justice for Deborah. No street protest, says Plateau Bono government. RFI wants troublemakers. NBS Lams Tambawal want murder charge for suspects. Please advise Khan. Above, we have Abdulti's family vow to stop Abuja Kaduna train resumption. That's on page 42 on the Punch. Still on page 42 and 43, poly lecturers plan indefinite strike from June. ASU knocks Wajuba. EFCC arrests ex-speaker Ate over 250 million NDDC contracts. We have another, the front page picture of 9 killed in Kano. Police residents disagree on explosion. NCAA wants pilot airlines over hazardous weather. That's on page 40. AFA dismembers female customer. Police recover body parts. Choose female deputies. Aisha Bed Buhari tells presidential aspirant. You can get the full story of that on page 42. 42 on the Punch newspaper. The last one with us this morning and on the list is the Daily Independent with a major headline. Private insurers account at risk as NBF Bonus insurance outfit. Our stakeholder says it's unnecessary. It won't be run as a business. May not obey NAI regulation once insurance is complex. That's the major headline of Daily Independent. Above, NBA condemns killing, postpones Sokoto conference, wants charges that reflects gravity of offense and gay suspects fled. Please declare fleeing suspect in viral video wanted. Federal government to Facebook, stop IBOP from using your platform to incite violence. That's above the major headline on Daily Independent this morning. We have a side story on page 7. Gunmen list 9 Anambra Council areas for attack. On page 6, I want to retire from politics until I am president. This coming from Tinubu. INEMA recovers 9 bodies from Kano explosion site. Still on page 7. On page 6, Nigeria requires $11 trillion to close infrastructure gap, says expert. NDLE arrests drug baroness, sales mansion drug punks in Warri. That will bring us to the end of newspaper headline review this morning. For more information, do visit us via social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Eleje Chidima. Do enjoy the rest of the day.
The life of people not only in Niger State, but also.
Still a chance for Ryan Robin. It's
Let him shoot, let him shoot. No problem.
Nigeria about to exit second wave of COVID-19. Still on the headline
of nursing and midwifery to Edo State College Nursing Sciences as part
With the